Now, when we were out in Chamonix, I was lucky enough to speak to the guys from Camelbak at the UTMB Expo and get a sneaky peek at their new Apex Pro hydration vest. That's going to be launching sometime soon. I've got to say it, I was really impressed with the finished article and can't wait to get hold of one and give it a thorough testing on the channel. Now, it's been about 10 to 12 years since I ran in a hydration vest from the brand, so I thought it'd be a good idea to get hold of the current Zephyr Pro, so then I've got something to compare it to when the new one is available. I've had this for about a month now. I've done some quicker, shorter efforts and some longer runs carrying a lot of kit. So let's dive into the video and find out how it performed. Welcome back to the channel, folks. I hope you are all fit and well out there, and thanks for joining us for another video. I'm Lloyd Purvis and this is Run4Adventure. So before we get stuck into how I found the vest, I'm just going to give you a bit more details about the construction, the materials used. I'm also going to highlight some of the features when it comes to overall storage, accessible pockets, pole carrying systems and adjustment. So firstly, it retails in the UK for £140, so a very similar price point to all the other hydration vests that it's competing against. The likes of Salomon's Advanced Skin 12 set, also Ultimate Directions Ultra Vest and Innovate's Ultra Pack Pro. Camelbak claim that it's got an overall storage capacity of 12 litres, and I'm a little bit dubious about that, but we'll get onto that a little bit later. It also comes with two Camelbak 500ml soft flasks, and it still has the capabilities of carrying a bladder if you choose to carry your fluid that way. This is a one size fits all vest, so it doesn't come in sort of specific sizes. You have to adjust it to your body shape using the straps on the side and on the front of the vest. The bulk of the vest is constructed out of this engineered knitted mesh, and again, a very similar setup to the Advanced Skin 12 set from Salomon. So we've got two layers of mesh with this sort of cavity in the center, so it slightly lifts the vest away from the body, helping with airflow and breathability. Speaking of construction, I've got to say it, the fabrics and materials used are of the highest quality, and the attention to detail and the manufacturing is some of the best I've seen. Right, moving on to the all-important topic of storage, and we're going to start on the front of the vest first. So obviously we've got two big pockets to stow away your 500ml soft flask, one on either side, and those pockets come with a handy bungee loop inside that you can put over the top of your bottles to stop those soft flasks slipping down into your pockets as you drink your fluid. That's definitely been one of my pet hates with some vests over the years. These little loops make a world of difference, but Camelbak have gone one step further, so we've also got this extra bungee that you can cinch down just to keep those soft flasks even more secure. Then on top of that, we've got two nice secure zip pockets, so perfect for carrying a mobile phone, if it fits, that is, because it's not the biggest pocket in the world. And I did just manage to squeeze my phone in there the other day, and I haven't got the biggest mobile phone in the world. On that right zip pocket, we've got the handy addition of a little key clip, so you can clip your keys into there, and then you don't have to worry about them falling out when you're rummaging around in the pocket. And then on top of that, we've also got this nice little lined stuff pocket, so great for putting in those sort of empty gel or bar wrappers. And finishing off on the front, we've got two large stuff pockets underneath those soft flask pockets. We got some rubber grippers on the top to stop things falling out, but they also come with a real sort of handy side access point, so perfect for making it a lot easier to grab things out when you're on the move. Flipping the vest over, and you can see we've got the main zipped compartment there, and if I open it up, we've got the attachment for a bladder, and there is a bit of segregation in there as well, so you can keep your bladder separate from your mandatory kit. And then last but not least, we've got this stuff pocket on the top of that main compartment, rubber grippers again running along the top, and I would say it's the perfect size to sort of stow away your lightweight waterproof jacket. And I almost forgot that the Zephyr Pro comes with its own pole quiver. So this is really simply attached just with a couple of press studs, and you can actually unclip it at the top and then stow it away in an internal pocket that's been worked into the construction of the vest. So super handy when you're not using it, just stow it away and then pull it back out when you do want to carry poles. it really is a well thought through pole carrying system. So there you have it, folks. That is the Zephyr Pro hydration vest from Camelbak. Now, like I mentioned, I've had it for around about a month now, tested it thoroughly on long and short runs. So let's dive into how it's performed, and we're going to start with all the good stuff first. So like I said, you really can't fault the materials and fabrics that Camelbak have used in the construction. Top quality they are. And then when it also comes to the attention to detail and how the pack is finished off, it really is excellent and looks like it's going to be nice and durable, and it's going to hold up to all the wear and tear that we put our hydration vests through. Secondly, I am a big fan of the soft flasks that come with the Zephyr Pro. So first of all, they've got a nice wide opening, so it makes it very easy to top them up at home, or if you need to fill them up at a checkpoint in a race. Because of the shape, they're very easy to stuff down into the vest once you've got it on. But the most important thing is you can lock the valves off just by twisting the top of the nozzle there. Great feature, stops you sort of squirting water in your face when you're trying to stuff them in the pack, or stopping you losing fluid when you're transporting your kit to a race, which sometimes has happened with my Salomon soft flasks. So I think it's great that Camelbak have included these with the Zephyr Pro. Moving on to what has to be my favorite feature with the Zephyr Pro, and that is the brilliantly thought through pole carrying quiver. First of all, I think it's great that it comes with the vest. You know, I've got a quiver on my Salomon Advanced Skin 12 set. Unfortunately, I had to pay an extra £22 to have it. So well done Camelbak for including this with the vest. Also, very easy to clip it on or to take it off. Again, something I've struggled with the Salomon quiver. If you've ever had one, I've never really figured out how to put it on properly. I literally clip it to the top of the vest and then kind of tie the cord at the bottom wherever it will go. So again, seems to be a lot more well thought through when it comes to this one. And lastly, got a much bigger opening, so it's really easy for me to stow away my poles or to take them out while I'm running. It really has been a well thought through pole carrying quiver. So there's definitely been some standout features when it comes to the Zephyr Pro, but there's also a few things I'm not so sure about. And top of my list is definitely the fact that it comes as a one size fits all vest. I've never been a big fan of this because very rarely does one size fit all. And I think it's just brands trying to keep down manufacturing and stock costs. I personally think you're always going to get a better fitting, better performing hydration vest if they come in specific sizes. Now, don't get me wrong, Camelbak have done a great job when it comes to the adjustability, because there's lots of different positions you can work those straps, and I had no problems getting this vest to work well for my body shape, and it was super comfy to run in. But the other reason I'm not a fan of one size fits all is because we've obviously got, and we need, these two side adjustment straps to get it right. Unfortunately, that takes away the ability to have a nice big accessible stuff pocket on either side of the vest. Now, one thing I've learned over the years of running with a running pack or a hydration vest is the more accessible storage you have, the better. Speaking of storage, and what I did find was once I'd filled up my soft flasks, stowed them away in their pockets, it did kind of cut back on the storage available in the other pockets on the front of the vest. I actually did a 16-mile run out on the trails the other day, and all I really wanted to carry was the two 500ml soft flasks, a couple of gels and my mobile phone for safety. And once I'd put the gels and the phone away in the pockets, it didn't really leave me a lot of space for anything else. And because it is a one size fits all, obviously we've lost those big side stuff pockets. So it is a little bit limited when it comes to accessible storage. And lastly, I think that the opening to the main compartment on the back probably needs a bit of a rethink, because if I unzip it, you can see it's quite a narrow opening. So what I tend to do on a long training run or a long race is get all my kit, stuff it down into a dry bag, cinch it down, and then put it into the main compartment of the vest I'm using, just to keep it all together, to keep it nice and safe, and to protect it from any rain, which is quite a common thing here in the UK. The other day I did it, and it was really awkward to get that dry bag into the pack. I also think that if you're using a bladder, it's going to be pretty tricky to fill up that bladder at any checkpoints in races. So I really do think that opening needs to be placed somewhere different and maybe made a bit wider to make access a bit easier. So like I said, there's some standout features, but I also think there's quite a few things that maybe need to be thought through a bit more and improved in the future. Now, it sounds like this review is going a little bit doom and gloom, but I'm glad to say there is a happy ending because, like I said, we were fortunate enough to speak to the guys from Camelbak at UTMB, and they showcased their new and exciting Apex Pro hydration vest. I can safely say that any of the issues I've had with the Zephyr Pro have definitely been addressed and improved massively. So first of all, you get a nice big diagonal zip across that main compartment, so very easy to access your kit. Also, they are now in specific sizing, so not only is it going to fit better and perform better, but it's got more accessible storage on it, including 2 big side pockets. And I'm also happy to say that it still comes with that brilliant pole carrying system. So what I'll do, guys, is we actually filmed at the expo when we spoke to Camelbak and made a video on the channel. So I'll leave a link in the description below in case you want to check out that new Apex Pro vest in a bit more detail. So wrapping up with a quick and pretty simple conclusion, and I personally think rather than spending your hard-earned cash on the Zephyr Pro, I would wait for the launch of that new Apex Pro hydration vest. Looks like the guys from Camelbak have designed and developed a really well thought through, super functional carrying system, and really excited to test it out, hopefully early next year. So on that bombshell, that is the end of another video here at the channel. Really hope you enjoyed it, really hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting the channel, it is really appreciated. And as always, stay safe and keep on running. And get a sneaky peek at their brand new Apex Pro hydration vest. I've got to say it, I was really impressed with what I saw there. But you can also carry a bladder in the back if you choose to carry your liquid that way. And I can't remember the last bit. It really is a brilliantly thought through pole cavalry system.